So, I held a tournament a while back. It was known as the One Button Tournament, and here's how the rules go. At the start of the tournament, you are given one button: punch, kick, slash, heavy slash, or dust. And as you progress through the tournament, you would get more buttons as you defeat your opponents. So we're going to look at some standout matches that occurred throughout the tournament as some highlights. If you're interested in events like these, join my Discord, we do them sometimes. So this is the final set between K20 slash Milia and King of the Grapes Heavy slash May. You'll notice very quickly that neither of them really want to approach a lot more footsies than Gear typically has, due to both these people only having really one button and neither of them being their fastest button. They don't really want to get in a situation where they have to clash, but when they do, both these characters actually get a lot of return off their button. But yeah, it's going to be a quick closing round. You can see that Milia here having access to that super, which they can combo off of, by the way, is going to be a real big help to them. But you shouldn't count May out yet. You see, Vertical Dolphin is a big tool in King of the Grapes arsenal here with just Heavy slash May. They have a lot of space control as well as a lot of vertical control with just normal Heavy slash Dolphin. Yeah, you see there just the cranked damage that May can put out. It's a little unfortunate how that Dolphin went astray there, but yeah, May just pumps out damage with just Heavy Slash. You know, I think there are a few combos that May has where it's just Heavy Slash already. One thing that I love that K20 does is they really adapted and knew how to change Milia according to how they needed to play her. You couldn't really do a whole bunch of the cool fancy left-right mix-up combos that Milia was known for. I think a lot of people would be tempted to take Heavy Slash for that. But instead, when they knew they were going to take Slash, they really dedicated to the strike-through option they have. A decent projectile with a really damaging sort of options out of just Slash. And K20 is going to take that round, once again using Semper Voices, a really good move for this sort of thing. So this match is a Heavy slash May, played by Dandel, and a Dust-only Chip, played by Yabear. And you can see how quickly this strike throw is going to go in Bear's favor. That Dust that he's able to perform, kind of being able to spike them out of the air, is a good aerial option, but having access to that really long-range sweep that Chip has really catches them off guard, as well as an anti-air 5D. Surprisingly, Dust Chip has a lot of answers for what May does, especially building up that mix-up, you know, blocking that sweep, going into that 5D combo, and really just destroying kind of what's happening here. Another problem for Chip, as you kind of just saw there, is actually getting in. Dandel really started playing to kind of spacing. May kind of became a lot more of a zoner, as you can kind of see there, just building up a lot of space with May. Chip kind of, without Alpha Blade or something like that, kind of has a decent hard time of getting in. Kind of playing a Giovanna Axel matchup almost, but with May and Chip. 5D counteracting Dolphin. You know, a lot of people get a lot of serotonin from 6 being the Dolphin, but 5Ding the Dolphin seems a lot better. So this match is Bill with a heavy slash May. You're going to see this a lot. And last Majora with a punch only Faust. So you're going to see in this matchup that Faust actually has a decent amount of his tools available to him. Around start 2P, he has the 6P anti-air, he has the spacing tool in Love, and not to mention that, he has item toss, meaning he can do full item zoning, but, you know, with just punch. A good spacing tool in Jump P as well. He's going to have a really hard time moving through this, but you're going to see Bill trying to navigate through Faust's wacky nonsense. Faust becomes a lot more RNG dependent here. If he doesn't get any good damaging items, then a lot of his damage is kind of kneecapped, and May's going to consist with most of her damage. This was immediately after the patch. This was actually a while ago. So this is actually after May's damage nerf, which a lot of people weren't happy about. Yeah, once again, you're just going to see this Faust zoning as it's really going to make Bill kind of strategize how he moves in. He's not going to have the full access to May's kit, you know, being able to 3K, slide under stuff. They're really going to have to force their way in with their big buttons or make a really slow aerial approach. Bill's making the best of it, though, as you kind of see there. He's really good at keeping track of where everything is. PR seeing the reversal super, kind of treating it more like a projectile and a get-in tool. And yeah, the trumpet's going to actually take out their own master. It's tragic to watch, huh? So this is going to be Never Be Ballin with a heavy slash Gold Lewis and a heavy slash Testament played by Boxes. And you're going to see immediately that Testament is going to do most of their zoning. They have the good aerial projectile, they have 2H and 6H. Goldos is going to have to really work to get in here. He did get a lot of buffs, but they're not going to have access to those big buttons like before. But much akin to Gold Lewis fashion, you really only need to get in once because Behemoth Typhoon is going to fuck you up. Box is doing really good zoning here. You see their large H normals kind of controlling the field. But Drone staying after Goldos's hit is such a big buff for him, especially in a situation like this. Crab interrupting the Behemoth Typhoon. What a ballsy move there. You may have also noticed that they use Drone, which is tied to the slash button. You got penalties as you used incorrect buttons. That was the only time we saw them really using Drone, so we didn't have to worry about it. A grab punish from Never Be Ballin, really closing out the deal. So this match is a little funny, mainly because of the chat here. You can see the last Majora took Doc Brown as their champion, as they both played Punch Faust, and told him to go back to square one, kind of like how he does in the story mode. And that kind of became a huge meme whenever people needed motivation, or at least on my channel. People would tell them to go back to square one. But this match here is going to be between a Doc Brown, who played Punch Faust and gained access to the Dust button, and Chip, Yaber, who had the Dust button and also gained the Heavy Slash button. So here's going to be their final set here. You're going to see as Doc Brown really keeps space with that 2P, knowing that he can kind of catch Chip on their approach, backdashing and forward dashing. Really good item tosses here from Doc Brown. The weight and the meteors are both really good here. Yeah, Doc Brown's our RNG was really good. keeping up that really solid pressure with 5P. They don't really have a huge access to their dust button, at least not entirely in the kind of way that you think they would. They can set up some 5D stuff, and they can explode Afro now with their items. Chip definitely was the winner here with the 5H addition. Definitely a better button, getting access to the reversal super, as you kind of see there, as well as a really good jump in tool jump H. It was before Faust was very much a RNG dependent character, but now it's fully manifest. Depending on what items you get, you just win or lose. The guard crushing on Afro. Chip's in a really bad position over there, especially with how they're able to do that. But they're also chips, so you do get that full screen run up grab that is still a punish. Getting access to their projectile. Chip's making good work of Gamma Blade. 5D punish, and I think this will be enough. Doc Brown moves on to the next round. So the next match we're looking at is UMA Enjoyer, who is a really good Gold Lewis player, and Never Be Ballin, who is also a really good Gold Lewis player. I'll just let this part play out. This was really funny, and it kind of just took me out of it.
This is the best Guilty Gear set I've ever seen. I agree. This is his final set, potentially. There's no benefit to doing a taunt combo other than mental damage. For Never Be Ballin here.
So they took it all the way to game 3, set 3, and every single time they started off with taunt, as well as they played Birthday Train. It was just so funny to me and everyone else in the chat. But you're going to see some actually really good Gold Lewis play here. Both of them are only missing one button. Never Be Balling was missing the punch button. No, Never Be Balling was missing the kick button, and UMA Enjoyer was missing the punch button. So they're going to have access to a lot of their kit. Like, both of them have access to drone. They're going to have access to their full screen Skyfish, as well as having access to a lot of their main combo variety. That 5K really coming in clutch for UMA. Something that Never Be Balling doesn't have. They're tied up here, so this is the final set between them. And that's going to be a whiff Behemoth into a grab punish. That Kara Behemoth Typhoon just does so much damage. Following up with a really good super that Never Be Balling has access to now that he has that punch button. Hard knockdown. Going for the grab rather than a pressure option. They're going to land on that drone, and they're going to take that first game. Yeah, once again, you're going to see those taunts again. Really gentleman's way. They let their intros rock as well. It was a really good time to watch, as well as you'll see they both actually gain the security gauge full metered there, meaning that at round start they're going to have access to their fully powered up specials. Those flying Behemoth Typhoons really coming in clutch for both of them. The improved 6B that Gold Lewis has, being able to hit crouchers as well as being able to interact with those Behemoth Typhoons. Never Be Ballin has a lot more defensive options. UMA has better offensive, and Never Be Ballin has defensive with that 6P reversal super and the 2P mash that they have access to. Nice burst bait from UMA there. Just the cross-up burst block. That was impressive. Yeah, both of them throwing out drone at the same time was really interesting to watch because you both see as both of their neutrals are just completely halted at the exact same time. Both of them trying to jump over it, but they really just can't, you see? Both drones are coming out. They'll actually destroy each other that time. It's not full security. Not going to block the gold burst. UMA is going to get a full approach with that drone. And full meter to work with in corner. You know, Goldlos doesn't have pressures to deal with his own tools, it appears. But a whiff 2H is going to get Never Be Ballin back on his feet. Nice just defend there from UMA. Going to start using that faultless defense to push him back. Gun to a drone fight, you know how it is. Baited out the reversal, blocked it, moving in, going for a close slash, but just enough time to block. Nat 6B stuffing out that close slash to reassert their pressure. So this next match here was actually the final set. Before, this is K20. They entered with Slash Milia, but they actually switched to Leo in these final games against Doc Brown. The first 2 sets went to Doc Brown, and they decided to switch up their character. You're going to see as Faust has access to most of his tools now. I believe the only button he was missing was his kick button, I believe. Yeah, that 6H there is really coming in as a spacing tool. K20 trying to throw out the projectiles to space him out, but, you know, who's the true zoner here, Faust or Leo? Nice 2H, item toss and item toss, mead here and trumpet. Yeah, Doc Brown just got a really good items during this. And K20 later said that they didn't actually know how to play the Faust mirror. Or the Faust matchup, I should say. Whiff DP into optimal 5P punish in this tournament. That's the kind of stuff you expect to see in that one button. Backdashing getting hit by that bomb is really going to put them behind, as you begin to see, as they just don't know what to do against all these Faust items, especially not having access to Leo's full kit, which he really needs in backstance. I believe they were missing that kick button. You know, there's not much you can do here with all the weights being thrown out and bombs, the hard knockdown, the guard breaking. It's not much you can do. They're going to get finally a back turn stance in corner, which is going to be swiftly bursted out into double weight into bomb. Finishing off K20, moving on to Doc Brown, which is where I feel that I should announce the what happened here. You see, when we tried to stream the final set, my Guilty Gear Strive crashed, so we actually have to watch it on someone else's. This recording was sent to me, which is really good that we get a really clean, final set without any mods or nothing. Nice strike, though, from Never Be Ballin. Both of these people, I believe, aren't missing any buttons. It's just raw Faust versus Gold Lewis matchup. Both of them buffed all hell during this match. Gold Lewis really having to get in on that Faust item zoning. Bomb and a bomb and a bomb and a hammer. A lot of food items there in the center. Gonna get access to Afro Love. Drone being sent out to the field. Nice guard crush. Yeah, the zoning's intense from Doc Brown here. They were definitely a fan favorite, you couldn't see it in the chat, but they're really just shouting square one all over again. Nice close slash from Doc Brown there, really winning off a round start, putting Gold Lewis into the corner, which is not great for him, especially when you get a few items going off. Lots of bombs and lots of weights. Mini Faust is actually going to hit Doc Brown there. Gold Lewis's life is just evaporated there. You can see how much damage Faust is able to put out, especially if you can't just get anywhere near to him. Yeah, Doc Brown's spacing in this was really good. Very impressive Faust plays. That bomb is actually going to take out Gold Lewis before he can really start his pressure. You're going to get that Gold Burst actually moving into the Obama Sky Laser, forcing you into Gold Lewis's main party range right up in your face. So you're going to set up those 5P frame kills. Fully charged drone, going to take care of the neutral. Hold down the neutral, my child. Now you just get pressured. Now the Gold Lewis pressure starts. Well, Doc Brown is not quite out of it yet, but this reversal super is going to hurt, sealing our dear friend Never Be Ballin as our reigning champion of the One Button Strive tournament. If you enjoyed that, consider joining the Discord, where we're going to have a beginner plus art tournament here in a little bit. Thanks to all the artists who have sent me art of Erica or Relly. It's been really cool to look at. I'm going to start a video series here in a little bit called Why You Should Care About that covers really weird niche side characters, so I hope you all enjoy. Stick around if you want to see that. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!